Hello students, in this video we'll be learning the tricks to memorize the structure, name, formula, oxidation state, basicity and the corresponding anhydride of oxyacids of phosphorus. As we have already discussed, in the structure of oxyacids of phosphorus, phosphorus is having tetrahedral arrangement of bonds around it. Also there is mandatory presence of one P double bond O. There should be one POH linkage, due to which it is called as oxoacid. Whenever phosphorus is bonded to double bond O, then oxygen is in -2 oxidation state. Whenever phosphorus is bonded to OH, here also oxygen is in -2 oxidation state and the hydrogen is in +1 oxidation state, and the oxidation state of this whole group becomes -1. OH group is -1. Whenever oxygen is in the peroxo linkage, that is O is bonded to O, then both the oxygens are in -1 oxidation state. These things are the basics of the basics about the how to find the oxidation state of the central metal atom in any chemical compound, that whenever oxygen is in peroxide linkage, it is taken as -1, otherwise it is always -2. It is always in -2 oxidation state. So we're starting with the oxoacids of phosphorus. For knowing everything about the oxoacids of phosphorus, we need to start with the phosphorus and the phosphoric acid. We have to memorize both these formulas. Phosphorus acid is H3PO3 and phosphoric acid is H3PO4. We'll start with phosphoric acid. Phosphoric acid is H3PO4. It is having 3 hydrogens, 1 phosphorus and 4 oxygens. So firstly what we put is, we'll put phosphorus, we'll put one mandatory P double bond O, we'll put one mandatory OH group. How many hydrogens and oxygens are remaining? There are 2 hydrogens and 2 oxygens remaining. So both will present as OH. This structure will have to memorize that there are 3 OH groups and 1 P double bond O group in phosphoric acid, that and the formula is H3PO4. Also when we remove one oxygen out of this phosphoric acid, it becomes phosphorus acid, which is having formula of H3PO3. Here also one mandatory P double bond O bond is there, one OH group is there. What are we left with? We are left with 2 hydrogens and 1 oxygen. One hydrogen and oxygen will be present as OH group and other hydrogen will be present as H. So if we are starting with phosphoric acid and we are subtracting 1 oxygen, then what we are doing is, we are just removing 1 oxygen from this group and it is getting converted to hydrogen. Rest of the structure is same. Now let us calculate the oxidation state. As the whole molecule overall is neutral, let us discuss first about the phosphoric acid. As the whole molecule is neutral, if we want to calculate the oxidation state of phosphorus, then let us consider the oxidation of phosphorus being X, -2 for this oxygen, -1 for this OH group, -1 for this OH group, -1 for this OH group, and this total will be equal to 0 as the overall charge on the molecule is 0. So from here we can calculate the value of X, which comes out to be +5. So the oxidation state of phosphorus here is +5. From here we have calculated the oxidation state of phosphorus in phosphoric acid. Now how to know the basicity? Basicity is directly related to the number of OH groups present. Number of OH groups are directly proportional to the number of ionizable hydrogens present, ionizable protons. So basicity is equal to the number of OH groups present. In the phosphoric acid 3 OH groups are there, that means basicity is 3. That means we can produce 3 ionizable protons out of phosphoric acid. So from here we have learned the name, formula, structure, oxidation state and basicity for phosphoric acid. These things we have calculated. This we'll have to learn from this. From here we have generated the phosphorus acid by the removal of one oxygen, which is removed from this. Whenever hydrogen is present as bonded to pH, it is always present in +1 oxidation state. So here we can calculate the oxidation state in case of oxy acids only. So whenever we want to calculate the oxidation state, we'll apply the same formula. As the overall molecule is neutral, that we are considering the oxidation state of phosphorus to be X, -2 for the upper oxygen, -1 for this OH, -1 for this OH, +1 for this, and we'll equate it to 0. From here X comes out to be +3, which is the oxidation state of phosphorus in phosphorus acid, that is +3. Basicity depends upon the number of ionizable protons, which are equal to the number of OH groups present. So basicity is 2 here. So if we remember the structure of both these acids, we can generate all other acids from these two acids. Let us see how it happens. We'll start with phosphorus acid. This is phosphorus acid, that is HPO3. If we remove oxygen from any acid, what happens is we introduce a word hypo in front of the name of that particular acid. Forget about we have made phosphorus acid from phosphoric acid. You have to memorize both of them separately. Here what we are doing is we are removing one oxygen from phosphorus acid. That means prefix hypo will be introduced in front of phosphorus acid. So after removing one oxygen, it will become H3PO2 from H3PO3. So it will become hypophosphorus acid. So the oxygen will be removed from here, as this linkage is to be present mandatory for being an oxy acid. So one oxygen will be removed either from here or from here. So this becomes the formula for H3PO2 this is the structure for H3PO2, which is hypophosphorus acid, which has been formed by the removal of one oxygen from phosphorus. That way we have introduced a prefix called hypophosphorus acid, prefix called hypo, and the name remains the same, that is phosphorus acid has become hypophosphorus acid by the removal of one oxygen. So again from here we can calculate the oxidation state, which we have considered as X, +1 for this hydrogen, +1 for this hydrogen, -1 for this OH, and -2 for this oxygen. So equate it to 0, and X from here comes out to be 1. So the oxidation state of phosphorus in hypophosphorus acid is +1. Here only one OH group is present, that means basicity is 1. It is monobasic acid. So this is all about hypophosphorus acid, that how it is generated. It is generated from phosphorus acid. When we remove one oxygen from phosphorus acid, prefix hypo is introduced, and the structure becomes and the formula becomes H3PO2. Next, what we have to generate is pyrophosphorus acid. When we have to generate the pyrophosphorus acid, what we do is we will double the formula and remove H2O molecule from that. If we double the formula of phosphorus acid, it will become H6P2O6. We have doubled all the elements present in phosphorus acid, and what we do is we'll remove H2O. So the formula becomes H4P2O5. This is what we have written. So this is the formula for pyrophosphorus acid. It is having 2 phosphorus. How we have generated it? We have doubled the formula of phosphorus acid and removed water molecule. In this way we can introduce a prefix called as pyro, and the name of the acid becomes pyrophosphorus acid, and the formula becomes H4P2O5. So coming to the structure, we have doubled the formula. We'll write the phosphorus acid twice. This is 1, this is 2. What we'll do is we'll remove water molecule from here. OH will go from one part, and just the hydrogen, as we want to remove H2O, will need just the hydrogen from the other part, will remove this water molecule, and the bond here, it will get bonded to this oxygen, and this becomes the structure for pyrophosphorus acid, that we have got oxygen bridge between the two phosphorus. Rest of the structure remained same. Now we want to calculate the oxidation state. As here oxidation state of phosphorus, as here two phosphorus are present, so we'll keep it as 2x plus 1 for hydrogen plus 1 for the other hydrogen, minus 2 for oxygen, minus 2 for oxygen, minus 2 for the third oxygen which is present as bridge, minus 1 for this OH, minus 1 for this OH, and will equate it to 0. Here 2x has come equal to 6 and the x becomes 3. So the oxidation state of phosphorus, each phosphorus is plus 3 here in pyrophosphorus acid, which has been generated by doubling the formula and removal of water molecule. Also, the basicity depends upon the number of OH groups present. The number of OH groups we can count 1 and 2. 2 OH are present, so 2 ionizable protons are there. That means basicity is 2. These are very easy tricks. So from here, so we have to memorize two acids, that is phosphorus acid and phosphoric acid. From phosphorus acid we have generated two other acids. One is hypophosphorus, other is pyrophosphorus. Next we want to generate other acids which will be generated from phosphoric acid. So this is the formula for phosphoric acid. This is the structure for phosphoric acid, that is H3PO4. What we'll do is, if we directly remove water molecule from this phosphoric acid, what happens is prefix meta is introduced without doubling. Here also we are removing water molecule, but in case of for the introduction of prefix pyro, what we were doing was we were doubling the formula. Here we are subtracting the water directly. So how the water will go? The water will go as one hydrogen from this group and other OH group will completely go, and the acid will become, and the formula will become P double bond O will remain there, POH will, one POH will remain there. These are the two mandatory things, and this oxygen will be present as coordinate bond. So the structure will become this, and the formula will become HPO3, which is the formula for metaphosphoric acid. So this way prefix meta is introduced, that is metaphosphoric acid. Here we can calculate the oxidation state. The oxygen which is present as coordinate bond is also having oxidation state of -2. So X is for phosphorus, X, -2 for this oxygen, -2 for this oxygen, and -1 for this OH. So X comes out to be +5. Here phosphorus is in +5 oxidation state, as only one OH is present, so it is monobasic acid. Next acid we can generate from phosphoric acid is peroxo monophosphoric acid. How this can be done? If we add one oxygen to the phosphoric acid, we can generate peroxo. We can generate a peroxo linkage, and whenever we want to introduce a peroxo linkage into any of the acid, what we'll do is we'll introduce the oxygen in between the phosphorus and OH bond. So here we have introduced one oxygen. This is called as peroxide linkage. So the formula becomes, earlier it was H3PO4, we have introduced one oxygen, so the formula becomes H3PO5. So from here, so this is called as peroxo monophosphoric acid, as it has been generated from single molecule of phosphoric acid, so it is called as peroxo monophosphoric acid. Oxidation state comes out to be 5 when we consider all the oxidation state for OH, and in the peroxide linkage oxidation state of oxygen is -1 and double bond O is -2. So phosphorus oxidation state comes out to be 5, and there are 3 ionizable protons, 1, 2 and 3, one from the peroxide linkage as it is also counted as OH. So 3 ionizable hydrogens, 3 ionizable protons are there, so basicity is 3. Now what next acid we can generate is pyrophosphoric acid. For the introduction of prefix pyro, what we do is double the formula and we remove water molecule. Doubling the formula becomes H6P2O8 from H3PO4 minus H2O will give us H4P2O7. So this is pyrophosphoric acid. Here I have shown that how we remove water molecule, one hydrogen from one phosphoric acid and other OH group from the other we remove OH. This becomes water molecule, this is removed and this phosphorus will get linked to this oxygen, and this is the structure of pyrophosphoric acid. From here we'll calculate the oxidation state, which comes out to be +5 as we have calculated earlier, and as there are 4 OH groups present, so this is called as tetrabasic acid. Also the pyrophosphoric acid is also called as diphosphoric acid. This is the other name for pyrophosphoric acid. Next acid which we can generate from pyrophosphoric acid, that is what we do is if we add one more oxygen in pyrophosphoric acid, what we get is peroxodiphosphoric acid. This is also the other name of pyrophosphoric acid, that is diphosphoric acid. What we will do is we'll introduce one oxygen before we'll introduce this oxygen as a bridge between this thing. So oxygen will be introduced here as a bridge. This oxygen was present as bridge and the other oxygen which we are adding up will be introduced here, that is peroxide linkage will be present as bridge. Basicity will remain unaffected, basicity will remain 4, oxidation state will remain unaffected, and the name becomes peroxodiphosphoric acid. And the last acid which we can generate from this diphosphoric acid, that we can remove oxygen from this, and what will with the removal of oxygen there is an introduction of prefix called as hypo. So this is hypophosphoric acid. This is the only difference between the hypophosphorus and hypophosphoric acid, that is hypophosphorus acid was generated from phosphorus acid by the removal of oxygen, and hypophosphoric acid is generated from diphosphoric acid by the removal of oxygen. So here we are removing the central bridge to oxygen, and P will be bonded directly to P, and we'll calculate the oxidation state, which comes out to be 4. Here the oxidation state has reduced by 1 as the oxygen has been removed, and the basicity will remain the same, that is 4 ionizable protons are there, so the basicity will remain same for hypophosphoric acid, same as pyrophosphoric, and the formula becomes H4P2O6. Now the last thing which we have to discuss is the how to calculate the anhydrides of these oxyacids of phosphorus. What for the knowledge of anhydride, what we'll do is we'll write the formula for acid, that is if we are considering here phosphoric acid, whenever we need to produce the anhydride, what we have to do is, that is we have to remove all the water molecule out of that. So for the removal of water molecules, here are 3 hydrogens. So if we want to remove it completely, what we'll do is we'll double the formula. Doubling the formula, it becomes H6P2O8, and we'll remove 3 molecules of water. In that way we can remove all the hydrogens from this. After the removal of 3 molecules of water, what we'll get is P2O5, which is equivalent to, which is a monomer of P4O times so this is the phosphorus pentoxide is the anhydride of phosphoric acid. This is how we can calculate the we can know the anhydride of corresponding anhydride of any oxo acid. Let us see for phosphorus acid. This is the formula for phosphorus acid. Here also 3 hydrogens are there. We'll double the formula, it becomes H6P2O6. We'll remove 3 molecules of water. If we want to completely remove the hydrogens, so it will become P2O3, which is equivalent to P4O6. So phosphorus trioxide is the oxo acid for is the anhydride for phosphorus acid. Next is metaphosphoric acid. It is HPO3. We'll double it to remove all the hydrogens in the form of water. The formula becomes H2P2O6. We'll remove one water molecule to completely remove hydrogens. The formula will become P2O5. So P4O10 is also an anhydride for metaphosphoric acid. This way we can calculate all the anhydrides. This is very easy, and you need not memorize all the oxo acid basicity. What you need to know is just you need to remember the tricks, remember the structure of phosphoric and phosphorus acid for learning the details, each and every detail of oxy acids of phosphorus. That is it for this. In the next video we'll be doing the oxo acids for nitrogen. Thank you.